Picture this. Someone flashes you a warm grin, teeth gleaming, eyes soft, and you relax, thinking they're safe, only to miss the cold glint flickering just beneath, a silent vow to see you gone. The most dangerous enemy isn't the one shouting curses from across the street. It's the shadow slipping a blade behind a smile. Their hate so deep it's morphed into a quiet, deadly wish for your end. This isn't just dislike, it's a step beyond. A chilling intent where they don't just want you hurt, they want you erased. And the signs? They're so subtle, so easy to shrug off, you might not catch them till it's too late. Maybe it's that coworker who knows your every move, or the friend who grins a little too wide when you stumble, little whispers of danger you've been trained to ignore. We're diving into 9 razor-sharp signs, pulled from real-world psychology, behavioral studies like those tracking covert narcissists, and the timeless grit of Stoicism, that peel back this mask. These aren't loud threats, they're the hushed cues of someone plotting your downfall, from the way they watch you to the glee they hide in the bleed. Why does it matter? Because life's too short to dance with vipers you don't even see. Seneca warned, "We have a short time to live, so let's use it to master what we can." You'll spot these red flags to shield yourself, turning knowledge into armor against those who'd rather see you in a grave than in their way. Hit that like if your gut's already tingling, share this with someone who needs to wake up, subscribe to Victory Stoic for the unfiltered truth, and comment "I see" or that one smile you're rethinking. Ready to face the hidden knives? Let's cut through the fog. Number 1. Silent observer. Ever notice someone popping up wherever you go, like they've got your coffee run and gym time scribbled in a creepy little notebook? That's the silent observer. A sneaky type who doesn't just hate you, they're playing stalker bingo with your life. Picture Jenny, 29, a barista. She's grabbing her usual latte when Dave, that weird guy from accounting, just happens to stroll in, plopping down nearby with a grin that's half high and half, "I've been waiting." He's there again, at the park, the gas station, claiming small world, but it's too perfect, like he's got her Google Calendar on speed dial. Or take Matt, 38, a carpenter. His old high school buddy, Rick, keeps showing up. At the hardware store, the diner, always with a fancy scene you hear and eyes that linger like he's memorizing Matt's every blink. It's not friendly, it's freaky. What's the deal? Psychology says this isn't casual nosiness. It's calculated, often a hallmark of covert narcissists. They're not chit-chatting to bond. They're collecting data, sniffing out when you're alone or off your game, like a spy minus the cool gadgets. Behavioral studies, like those in the Journal of Personality Disorders, show this isn't about dislike, it's about control. A slow burn hunt for your weak spots. They don't hate you enough to yell, they'd rather know you enough to ruin you quietly. Maybe as kids, they learned to watch, dodging chaos or plotting payback. Now it's you in their crosshairs. The Stoics keep it real. Epictetus said, "Focus on what's yours to control." Their creepy stares aren't your burden, but your peace is. Here's a no-fuss tip. If someone's coincidences stack up, Dave at the cafe 3 times, Rick at the diner twice, casually shift your routine. Skip the usual coffee spot for a week, take a different route home. See if they follow. Most creeps back off when the game's not easy. No need for a detective badge, just tweak your moves and watch them squirm. Life's too short to be someone's reality show. Jenny's sipping elsewhere now, Matt's dodging Rick's reruns. Stay sharp, shuffle the deck, and keep your days your own. Number 2. Saboteur Strategy. Ever feel like someone's tossing grenades at your life from the shadows, spreading whispers that trash your name, all while they slap on a grin like they're your ride or die? That's the Saboteur Strategy. Not just a petty grudge, but a slick, underhanded mission to sink you for good. Picture Lisa, 31, a florist. She's nailing her gig, bouquets flying out the door, until her coworker Jen starts accidentally leaking to the boss. Lisa keeps losing orders, huh? Next thing, Lisa's hours get slashed, customers vanish, and Jen's all, "Aw, tough luck, babe," with a smirk she can't quite hide. Or take Greg, 40, a car salesman. He's racking up sales top dog until his pal Tom sidles up to a client with a "Greg's great, but he tweaks the numbers, you know?" Boom. Greg's deals dry up and Tom's shrugging. Man, word gets around. It's not a spat, it's a sniper shot. This isn't random shade. Psychology calls it a narcissist's slow play takedown, covert edition. They don't brawl, they brew. planting toxic rumors, little digs that fester into chaos, all while playing innocent. Studies, like those in the Journal of Personality Disorders, peg this as more than dislike. It's a power trip, a deliberate grind to cut you off at the knees. Your job, your friends, your peace. Jen's not just annoyed by Lisa's roses, she's gunning for her spot. Tom's not irked by Greg's wins, he wants him out. Maybe they cut their teeth on this as kids, sabotaging siblings for a nod. Now it's your life they're torching, one sly jab at a time. The Stoics keep it grounded. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." They're slinging mud, but you don't have to wallow. Here's a real fix. Quietly shift your game. Lisa starts locking her orders tight, double checks with the boss herself. Greg chats up clients direct, skips Tom's filter. Tell a solid friend what's up, someone who will call it straight, not buy the lies. Life's too short to let a saboteur prune your roots. Lisa's blooming again, Greg's back on top. Stay sharp, sidestep their traps, and let their schemes flop. Number 3. Intentional isolation. Ever feel your circle shrinking? Like friends who used to text you back now ghost you, and folks you thought had your back are suddenly too busy for a coffee? That's intentional isolation. Not just someone dissing you, but a crafty move to cut you off from the herd till you're alone, exposed, and ripe for the picking. Picture Jenny, 28, a barista. She's tight with her crew, swapping laughs over beers, until her coworker Pam starts whispering. Jenny's flaky, don't count on her. Soon, group chats go quiet, invites dry up, and Pam's all, guess it's just us now, with a smile that's more smirk than sympathy. Or take Paul, 45, a mechanic. His poker nights with the guys are a lifeline, but his old pal Rick mutters to the table, Paul's too full of himself lately. And next week Paul's at home staring at an empty chair while Rick's hosting the game. It's not a drift, it's a ditch job. This isn't petty sniping, psychology calls it a predator's divide and conquer gig, often a covert narcissist's ace. They don't slap you down, they snip your ties, spreading doubts, planting seeds of mistrust, till you're a social island, easy to sink. Studies, like those in the Journal of Personality Disorders, show this is beyond hate. It's a power play to strip your support, leaving you defenseless. Pam doesn't just dislike Jenny's vibe, she wants her alone, out of the game. Rick's not annoyed by Paul's bluff. He's aiming to erase his place. Maybe they learned this as kids, turning siblings against each other for a scrap of control. Now they're pulling your strings till you're dangling solo. The Stoics keep it real. Epictetus said, "You become what you give your attention to." They're rigging the board, but you don't have to fold. Here's a solid move. Reach out fast. Text a friend they haven't hit yet. Hey, grab a bite this week? Keep it light. Lock in real ones before the whispers spread. Lean on someone you trust. Tell them straight, I think Rick's stirring the pot. Let them anchor you. Life's too short to let a puppet master clip your crew. Jenny's sipping with loyal pals now. Paul's back at the table, cards in hand. Stay connected, hold your ground, and let their game unravel. Number 4. Obsessive stalker and bragger. Ever get that creepy vibe someone's glued to your social media, like they've memorized your last coffee post? Then they strut in, flexing their perfect life, like it's a jab at your soul? That's the obsessive stalker and bragger. A two-hit combo where they shadow your every click, then shove their shiny wins in your face to grind you down. Picture Sarah, 30, a yoga instructor. She posts a pic of her quiet Sunday brunch, and bam, her old friend Liz slides into the comments. Aw, cute. My weekend's been wild, just back from Paris with my new ride. Liz doesn't stop. She's always there, liking Sarah's gym selfies, then popping up IRL to gush, oh, my trainer's a pro, you'd love my setup. Or take Dan, 42, a landscaper. He shares a shot of his latest backyard job, and his cousin Rick's right on it. Nice try, check my new lake house, beats your dirt patch any day. It's not rivalry, it's a spotlight steal with venom. This isn't petty jealousy. Psychology pegs it as a narcissist's 1-2 punch. Obsession meets domination. They stalk your feeds not to cheer, but to chart. Every post's a window into your life, ammo for their brag bomb. Studies, like those in the Journal of Personality Disorders, show this goes past hate. It's a power flex, a way to shrink you by bloating themselves. Liz isn't just nosy, she's tracking Sarah to outshine her. Rick's not flexing for fun, he wants Dan's roots crushed under his show-off weight. Maybe as kids they learned to hog the stage, now they're haunting your pixels, aiming to bury you in their glow. The Stoics keep it simple. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Their flex, it's noise, not your measure. Tune it out, here's a real move, mute them online, no fanfare, just gone." Next time they strut, nod and pivot, Sarah says, "Cool, gotta run," Dan shrugs, "Nice, see ya." Keep your circle tight. Lean on folks who lift, not leech. Life's too short to be their audience. Sarah's posting for herself now. Dan's digging dirt, not digs. Mute the noise, hold your ground, and let their spotlight dim. Number 5. Zero tolerance with a halo. Ever mess up something tiny, like showing up 5 minutes late or missing a typo, and someone pounces, blowing it up like you've torched their world, all while swearing they're just upholding standards? That's zero tolerance with a halo. Not just annoyance, but a sanctimonious steamroll dressed up as justice, aimed to crush you under their shiny moral boots. Picture Jenny, 33, a graphic designer. She's 2 minutes late to a team call, and her coworker marks on it like a hawk. "We can't let this slide. It's unprofessional," he preaches to the boss, voice dripping with righteousness, adding, "I'm not trying to push her out. It's about fairness." Next meeting, Jenny's sweating every tick of the clock. Or take Paul, 47, a mechanic. He forgets one bolt in a routine fix, catches it fast, but his supervisor Lisa's already lecturing. "This isn't personal, Paul. It's the rules. Safety first." Her tone so noble you'd think she's saving lives, not nitpicking a wrench slip. It's not a scold, it's a setup. This isn't about discipline. Psychology pegs it as a narcissist's power play with a twist. They don't just hate your slip-ups. They wield them like a gavel, judging you to death while cloaking it in higher purpose. Studies, like those in the Journal of Personality Disorders, show this isn't petty. It's a control grab, a way to chip you down till you're out, all while they pose as saints. Mark's not annoyed by Jenny's clock. He wants her seat. Lisa's not fussed over Paul's bolt. She's eyeing his spot. Maybe they grew up scoring points by ratting out siblings. Now they're holier than thou, turning your crumbs into their crusade. The Stoics see past the mask. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than reality." Their high horse? It's a prop, not your problem. Don't buy the sermon. Here's a real move. Nod, fix it quick, and keep proof handy. Jenny says, "Got it, I'm on time now," and logs her arrivals. Paul nods, "Fixed, all good," and snaps pics of his work. Call their bluff. Stay calm. Ask, "How's this hurt anyone?" Watch them flounder. Life's too short to grovel under fake halos. Jenny's clocking in cool now. Paul's wrenching without worry. Stand tall, dodge the guilt, and let their justice flop. Number 6. Exploiting your weakness. Ever spill your guts when you're down, like after a breakup or a rough day, only to have it boomerang later, twisted into a knife they jam right back at you? That's exploiting your weakness. Not just petty digs, but a cold, jealous grab at your low moments, turning your tears into their jackpot. Picture Sarah, 35, a yoga instructor. She's crying over coffee with her friend Liz, spilling how her boyfriend dumped her, and Liz is all nods and poor you. Weeks later, Liz is smirking at a party, loud whispering to a crowd, "Oh, Sarah's still a mess over that guy, can't keep it together." Or take Mike, 42, a landscaper. He's griping to his coworker Tom about a client chewing him out, and Tom's all, "Man, that sucks." Next thing, Tom's chatting up the boss. Mike's whining again, can't handle the heat. It's not sympathy, it's sabotage with a side of envy. This isn't random. Psychology calls it a narcissist's envy-fueled ambush. They don't just dislike you, they're green-eyed over your highs. Sarah's calm vibe, Mike's steady gigs, and when you crack, they pounce, flipping your vulnerability into their win. Studies, like those in the Journal of Personality Disorders, show this isn't hate alone. It's a calculated strike, using your shared pain as ammo to shred you later, all because they can't stand your shine. Liz isn't sad for Sarah. She's jealous of her grace. Tom's not patting Mike's back. He's itching to bury him. Maybe they grew up clawing for scraps, resenting anyone who stood taller. Now your stumble's their ladder. The Stoics drop a truth bomb. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best answer to anger is silence." Their glee at your lows? It's their noise, not your fault. Don't feed the beast. Next time you're down, zip it around them. Share with a real friend, someone who won't auction your tears. If they twist it later, like Liz at the party, shrug it off, say, "Huh, funny how that grew legs," and walk away. Life's too short to let jealous vultures peck at your wounds. Sarah's keeping her sobs for the loyal now. Mike's venting to his dog instead. Lock your lows, lift your head, and leave their envy starving. Number 7. Escalating Aggressor. Ever had someone toss a joke your way, like, "I could totally kill you, ha?" And you laugh it off, only to catch them later flashing a knife or brushing too close, like they're testing how far they can push? That's the escalating aggressor, not just a hater, but a creep who's cranking up the dial, seeing if you'll flinch before they go full throttle. Picture Lisa, 29, a barista. Her coworker Tom chuckles over coffee, "I'd slit your throat if I could," winking like it's all fun. Next week he's showing off a pocket knife at break, twirling it near her, grinning. Then he's accidentally bumping her shoulder hard in the hall. Each step bolder, weirder. Or take Greg, 45, a mechanic. His old pal Rick smirks, "One punch, you're done," at the bar, then casually blocks Greg's path to the bathroom, chest puffed, eyes locked like he's daring a shove back. It's not banter, it's a build-up. This isn't random. Psychology calls it a predator's test run, often tied to covert narcissists or worse. They don't just dislike you, they're probing, starting with jokes to see if you'll shrug, then flashing tools or flexing muscle to gauge your spine. Studies, like those in the Journal of Threat Assessment, flag this as a pattern. They're not venting hate. They're prepping a strike, each nudge a toe over the line, waiting to see if you'll let it slide. Tom's not teasing Lisa. He's measuring her fear. Rick's not playing with Greg, he's sizing up a takedown. Maybe they cut their teeth intimidating siblings. Now they're poking you, itching for a green light to go bigger. The Stoics keep it steady. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." They're jokes, they're bait, not your burden. Don't play along. Here's a real move. Call it out short and sharp. Lisa says, "That's not funny, Tom. Cut it." Firm, no smile. Greg steps back. "Back off, Rick. I'm not here for games." Then watch. Keep your eyes peeled next time they're near. See if they push harder or back down. Tell someone solid, a friend or coworker. Tom's acting off, heads up. Spread the light, dim their shadow. Life's too short to dodge escalating creeps. Lisa's holding her ground now. Greg's walking clear. Shut it down, stay alert, and keep your peace intact. Number 8. Wishing you didn't exist ever. Catch someone dropping a hint so casual it's chilling? Like they'd rather see your house empty than you breathing in it? That's wishing you didn't exist. Not just hate, but a quiet, creepy yearning for your total erasure, slipped into chats like it's no big deal. Picture Jenny, 33, a florist. She's tending her garden when her neighbor Tom leans over the fence, sighing, "Man, this street be so peaceful if that place was vacant." His eyes sliding her way with a smirk that's half joke, half prayer. She laughs it off, awkward, "Ha, right?" But it sticks, a shiver she can't shake. Or take Paul, 46, a mechanic. He's hauling trash bins when his coworker Rick mutters, "Life'd be easier if your spot was open," tossing it out like he's musing about the weather, not Paul's pulse. It's not a grudge, it's a wish with teeth. This isn't petty spite. Psychology tags it as a narcissist's endgame vibe, often covert style. They don't just dislike you, they see your whole existence as a roadblock. Jenny's flowers cramp Tom's perfect view. Paul's steady gig dims Rick's shine. Studies, like those in the Journal of Personality Disorders, show this goes past annoyance. It's a fantasy of wiping you out, cloaked in offhand quips so they can dodge the blame. They're not mad enough to yell. They're calm enough to dream you're gone. Maybe a trick they picked up as kids, wishing rivals away to snag the spotlight. Now it's your life they're mentally erasing, one sly comment at a time. The Stoics keep it grounded. Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts." Their wish? It's their poison, not your sentence. Don't let it fester. Here's a real play. Next time they hint, deflect sharp and move on. Jenny says, "Yeah, well, I like it lively," and keeps pruning. Paul shrugs, "Guess I'm sticking around and not," hauls on. Then pull back, skip the small talk, keep chats short, starve their game. If it ramps up, tell a friend who's got your back. Tom's weird lately, watch this. Keep your crew close. Life's too short to shrink under someone's daydream. Jenny's blooming loud now, Paul's fixing cars unbothered. Brush it off, stand firm, and let their whispers blow away. Number 9. Patient predator. Ever meet someone who's oddly hooked on your tomorrow? Like they're way too curious about your next vacation or your 5-year career plan? while playing the long game like a chess master? That's the patient predator. Not a quick hater, but a slow burn schemer who cozies up, bides their time, and waits for the perfect shot to take you out. Picture Lisa, 34, a yoga instructor. She's chatting with her neighbor Jen, who's all ears. So, big trip coming up? Where to next? Months roll by, Jen's still there, asking about Lisa's studio goals, her savings, always with a just curious smile. Until one day, Lisa's car gets keyed right before that trip, and Jen's oh no, what luck feels too polished. Or take Mark, 47, a mechanic. His buddy Tom keeps digging. Retirement soon, huh? Got plans? Tom sticks around, beers here, small talk there. Then Mark's tools go missing before a big job, and Tom's bummer man lands a bit too smug. It's not nosy, it's a net. This isn't casual chit-chat. Psychology flags it as a narcissist's slow-cooked trap, often covert style. They don't just dislike you, they're jealous of your horizon. Lisa's freedom, Mark's stability, and they're planting roots waiting for you to trip so they can shove you off the cliff. Studies, like those in the Journal of Personality Disorders, show this isn't hate on a whim. It's a marathon, a patient stalk to catch you weak, sick, broke, distracted, then strike when you're down. Jen's not Lisa's pal, she's eyeing her fall. Tom's not Mark's mate, he's counting on his crash. Maybe they honed this as kids, lurking till the moment was ripe. Now they're pacing your life, clock ticking. The Stoics keep it sharp. Epictetus said, "Focus on what's yours to control." Their creepy patience? It's their move, not your mess. Don't play their game. Here's a real fix. Keep your plans vague. Lisa shrugs, "Oh, just chilling soon?" Mark says, taking it day by day. No bait, no bite. Then watch. Drop a fake detail like heading out next week and see if they pounce or pry harder. Tell a friend you trust. Jen's asking too much, keep an eye out. Stay covered. Life's too short to be a sitting duck for a patient creep. Lisa's dodging Jen's digs now. Mark's tools stay close. Blur your tracks, hold your cards, and let their weight waste away. Conclusion: see the snakes, save your peace. Here's the raw truth. We've peeled back 9 signs of venom lurking behind fake smiles, from the silent watchers to the patient prowlers who'd rather see you crumble than shine. But let's pivot. This isn't about killers in the shadows. It's about the covert narcissists slithering through your everyday life, the ones dripping envy so thick it chokes the air. They're not plotting your funeral with a knife. They're plotting your fall with a smirk, turning your stumbles into their spotlight, your joys into their jabs. These aren't cartoon villains. They're the coworker who'd sabotage your gig, the friend who'd twist your tears, the neighbor who'd wish your house empty, all because they can't stand you breathing brighter than them. Life's too short to tango with their toxic game. Every minute you waste on their jealousy is a minute stolen from your peace. The Stoics nail it. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Their envy's their mess, not your mirror. Don't let it dim you. Be wise. Spot these snakes, those who watch too close, gloat too loud, wait too long, and step back. Keep your distance, not out of fear, but because you've got better things to do than babysit their bitterness." Epictetus had it right. Focus on what's yours to control. Your calm, your circle, your moves. Don't argue, don't plead, just fade from their radar. Tell a real friend, "Hey, this one's off," and lean on the ones who lift, not leech. Life's not a stage for their grudge fest. Cut the strings, guard your glow. Hit that like if you've glimpsed their game, share this with someone dodging the same fangs, subscribe to Victory Stoic for more raw truth, and comment, "I'm clear," or a sign you've clocked. Thanks for sticking around. These covert creeps don't deserve your time. You deserve a life free of their poison, steady and strong.